was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 2007, and it was the beginning of February, and I was working on some portraits of people who were active during the Spanish Civil War. And they were my first watercolors, my first trying to mix watercolor, colored pencil, gouache, just little efforts at the table. And it was the first time of working away from the big easel, the first time not working in either oil paint or pastel and working gross motor. So what happened was that while I was getting diagnosed, I just didn't feel like I could be working at the easel. So I'm working on these during that time. And it starts with the little watercolor self-portrait done right after those Spanish Civil War portraits, and the second piece I did after diagnosis, or during diagnosis I should say. And then the next one is the self-portrait in medicine bottles. And I love that, and that too is on copper, and there's something about the shine through those medicine bottles. I mean, remember, each of these for me not only is record of illness, but each one had to transform to be art, because I'm an artist, and I need to be satisfied with it on a multitude of levels, and I love that piece. I love that piece. And it didn't come together until actually right before the South Street preview, and because my friend Victoria said to me, as we were sorting through things, and I wanted to put everything up, and I had a lot of other photographs, and that piece wasn't quite finished yet, and she said, "Viola, we need to choose here, we have limited space. Who are you? Are you a cancer patient or are you an artist?" And of course, I'm both. But I realized what she was saying, and that the transformation of this record of illness into art exhibit, for me was a huge step. It changed, again, just like that camera at the beginning taking a picture of the blood. This gave me a job. It gave me a sense of going to that next level with it. That I'm an artist. I'm not just a patient anymore, writing stuff down. And I've changed, and I just felt so happy about that. So, and I have to say, there were so many times when I looked at all these things and thought they were nothing. They were just junk I was doing along. I didn't think I had been working. And when Victoria looked at the pile of sketches, and she said, "Why aren't you using these?" I said, "They're just my sketches. You know, I did under chemotherapy, they're terrible." She said, "These are beautiful. You should draw out those photographs and put these sketches in." And so we began to mix and match differently and pull out different records of the experience and different things. And I'm really happy about that, and I'm grateful to Victoria for showing me that those things were beautiful too. So the next self-portrait then is the self-portrait in metal, and you can see it looks like Re-Entry Girl, which is a character that evolves throughout the comic book and throughout the exhibit. You've seen her as Re-Entry Barbie, and now you see her Re-Entry in metal, and you see the, I would walk around, I don't drive anymore, the neuropathy in my hands is too bad, I lose the wheel, and at that time I had chemo fog so badly too, and anyway, when I was walking to my appointment or walking to the farmer's market or any time we were out, I would pick up pieces of metal off the street. And I have to say, when I was on chemo, I didn't go any further than this little loop of Chester Knoll unless my friend Robin took me what to cut, what to keep, what to hold on to, what's valuable and what's throwaway, what's disposable. And then the fourth self-portrait is after chemo number 2, I did that self-portrait. And that's the last really finished painting, or at least I thought at the time, that I did in oil until the Lilacs, which was the first oil painting I did afterwards, that I did right before the South Street preview in summer 2008. And this winds us back up. We could enter now and be back at the beginning through the room where we have breast cancer support, or through the solarium, or through the waiting room. And I'm going to take us back to the waiting room here, because I did not talk about the mammary box piece. And Anna came up with the title. I love it. And it's cobalt blue. Cobalt blue reduces the impact of electromagnetic field on people. My living room is painted cobalt blue. Wherever you have computers, a lot of electricity, it's a good idea. And this is part of that whole color idea. What color is cancer? What color is it to heal? And that last box, at midnight before we hung the cancer center, Anna and her boyfriend Dylan just came home on the train, and we set to work on taking all those journals that I had so carefully kept, so carefully, maintained throughout the process. And I finished all that glue, and I finished then I painted it in cobalt and in silver glitter, and glued the last Barbie, and glued the baby doll, the head of a wig stand that actually belonged to my grandmother, and the bag from Look Good, Feel Good, and all of those things are together with my journals. And that final box was packed and painted and sealed, and that was, for me, the exhibit was done, and the cancer work was finished.